So, Jesus Christ, I look like an extra on the set of the Birdcage. This is ridiculous. I was gifted a free boa last week during Murder Mystery. So I received a free boa. It was an extra one they had. They said, do you want to keep it or do you want to give it to someone else? I said, no, I'll keep it. Probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life thus far in keeping this boa. Really fits the theme of the show, of the Murder Mystery, by the way, Vegas. And you're giving me a boa. I can be dangerous with this. I'm not safe with a boa. Sports! They bring us together. They tear us apart. And they turn the citizens of New York into apes with the dangerous knowledge on how to start a fire. But as a fellow New Yorker, can you really blame us? I mean, the Knicks just went up 3-0 against the Cavaliers and are one game away from making the finals since 1999. You know what happened in 1999? The Knicks made the finals. And also the tragic bombings against Yugoslavia, but that's not important. What's important now is that exactly in one game, the entire city will be destroyed by its own people. And so if you wake up one day and find out that Lady Liberty's in the Hudson River, there you go. Well, counting down now, there's approximately 16 days of school left. 16 days. What? I'm not joking. This year flew the hell by. I'm serious. This year flew the hell by. Like, I still remember being able to film in the LGI. That's how fast this flew by. That's how quick this thing went by. And, you know, next year, it's going to be my senior year. I'll have 1 year left with you guys of doing this. Then I'll have to go to college. Be out of the primary education system after 12 grueling years. Go to college. Get an internship. Then get a job. Find a wife. Work majority of my life to provide for my family, and then just be a part of the cycle of the societal loop of taking and giving and taking and giving and taking and giving and taking and giving until I retire in Florida at 60. But then I have a revelation. I go and I skip town and go to Mozambique to live in the forest amongst the natives to really try to answer the question, who are you, Ariel? And lastly, a perfect segue into the interviews. Players put on their annual murder mystery show, All In, a show based in a Vegas casino. So it's pretty much just Casino Royale minus the everything. But I must say, as the show's assistant director and local nuisance, it was a really, really good show. Quite one hell of a show. And we got some amazing interviews, including an amazing interview by my doppelganger. You'll see what I mean in a second. Just roll the clip, please.
Hi, I'm the Ariel Bassis doppelganger here to talk on War Melville After Hours about the War Melville Players production of Murder Mystery, and I am here with the actual Ariel Bassis.
Hi.
Who was the, if I'm not mistaken, the assistant director? Is that correct?
That is correct, actually,
correct,
yes.
Assistant director. So what are the responsibilities of an assistant director of a murder mystery?
Well, you know, the definition of an assistant director, basic terms, is kind of like the Gen Z term being a good boy, where you're constantly listening to your superiors and you kind of helping out wherever you can to kind of gain experience for the bigger ranks. So right now, I've just been responsible for helping out with individual character development and for making sure that all the individual responsibilities are operating all together as smoothly as possible.
And where does this murder mystery come from? Is there a catalog of murder mysteries that you buy them from, or how do you guys find a murder mystery?
How do we find a murder mystery? Well, we find a murder mystery. We pick out the best playwriter of the bunch of players that sit around in the LGI. Obviously, we pick the best one.
Hold on, you're telling me a player writes the murder mystery?
That is correct. The player does write it.
So this is entirely student produced and student written.
Mm-hmm.
Is it easier to direct those people or to have them on your show?
Is it easier to direct those people, have them on the show? I would say it's easier to have
interviewing them.
Interviewing them, I always have fun interviewing. It's more or less a glorified conversation. I would say it's easier interviewing them. We want to foster, War Melville After Hours prides itself on fostering a calm and creative environment for anyone to be themselves. So
you could always edit something out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
absolutely. That's one of the pros of content creation.
That does help. All right. So this is going to air too late for people to come see Murder Mystery. But
obviously,
what would you tell people to tell them? What would you say to encourage people to come to Murder Mystery next year or get involved with players and try to write one for themselves?
There are many lists. There's a lot of messages I could send. I could say, hey, come to Plays in a Day, May 29th. You can come to EOC towards the end of the year. I could say, come to Murder Mystery.
What does EOC stand for?
Oh my God, thank you so much for asking. I was just about to get into that. EOC stands for Evening of Comedy. It is a kind of, sort of skit show, kind of like One Acts, but also kind of not like One Acts. Similar style, similar format, but it kind of has all the comedy that you want. Less drama and less of the.
It's an evening of
It's just an
comedy.
It's just an evening of comedy.
Amazing.
One might say, an evening of comedy.
Now,
Yes.
one last question. Do you think you'll try your hand at writing a murder mystery for next year?
I would try. I've had many scripts. I had an idea to do a sitcom for the show, for the school, put together. I said it would be way too tough. I had 3 scripts written out. I'd say I'm capable of writing a script.
I think sitcom-themed murder mystery's got a lot of potential.
It does have a lot of potential. The key thing that I struggle with is just managing to just sit down and just lock in and write. Just write. I like writing. It's just difficult for me. Would I try my hand at it, though? Absolutely. I would try my hand at it.
Well, Ariel Bassis, thank you for all you're doing for players so far, and congratulations on all your work with Melville After Hours. This is Ariel Bassis' doppelganger. Wishing you a good night, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, Ariel Bassis.
My pleasure.
Welcome back to the biggest ripoff since Between Two Ferns, Casino Corner. Here with Sam Jantic. Sam Jantic, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm doing great, actually. Thank you so much. Who's your character in this show?
So I am Benjamin Good, an average Joe Schmo whose mother is sick in the hospital, and I'm trying to win back all the money I can to pay for her treatments.
Wait, she's sick? What is she sick with?
So hantavirus?
Oh.
She actually drove the cruise ship around.
She was on the. Was she the chef? Was she like the rat on the cruise ship?
No, she actually was the what's it called? The captain of the cruise ship. Yeah.
I see.
And then she got evacuated first because she just really wanted to get out there, and now I'm trying to pay for her treatment. It's very experimental, so I need to get a lot of money.
Kind of.
Same idea. Just
Same idea,
I need money, maybe pesos. Yo necesito dinero. I learned that one in Peru.
Yo no hablo inglés. Español. Is that good? Did I do good Spanish?
See.
So what steps have you taken to really come into character as Benjamin Good in the show?
Well, Aiden casted me as Benjamin Good because I'm just a Joe Schmo. I haven't really done any character work. I just kind of read my lines.
Yeah, like in real life.
I don't really have a character. Like it's just kind of me up there.
It's just kind of Sam. We just thought, who would be Ben Good, like a Ben Good, a good Ben.
Yeah, Ben Good, and Ben has 3 letters, and so does Sam. So I feel like, is that how we landed on that option?
We deliberated that. We had a hunch.
Okay.
Just a thought. And last question before you take off: which character in the show would be most likely to get kicked out of a real Vegas casino?
A real Vegas casino.
Every single character, including ensemble, frequent flyer.
I think it's got to be Clyde. Because they have those crazy high-tech technology Face ID cameras, and they would have definitely linked the fact that every single casino he's worked at has died. So,
and he doesn't even seem like a good bartender.
No, not really. He
shook a
yesterday. He gave an empty glass to the king instead of Gatorade, and I was very confused.
And he shook a fake martini.
I know, honestly.
I like it shaken, not stirred.
I think it should be fired.
I like it stirred, not shaken.
I think he would be kicked out for just doing a bad job.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think he'd go all in. He'd try to learn how to count cards and fail, and he'd get kicked out.
Let's just say he couldn't go all in. Mary cut it. Welcome back to Casino Corner. How you doing, Grace?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So who are you in this show?
I play Paunch. She's a real estate investor. I don't really know anything about real estate, so don't ask me any questions about it.
I didn't really plan to.
They got it.
And now I understand you wanted to keep this short, so before you have to take off, which character in the show would most likely get kicked out of a real Vegas casino? Anyone?
I feel like probably Jack.
What makes you say that?
He's honestly kind of stalking people and really getting up in their business, and I think he's just kind of annoying. He really jumped on Ben and started harassing him as soon as he entered the casino, which is not really a good look. So I would say probably him. That's kind of suspicious.
Yeah, no, I see.
But he is the authority. Doesn't he work with the IRS?
He does, but it's like he got fired. Didn't he get fired though? I think he got fired from the IRS.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
right.
He's just trying to recapture his career.
Yeah.
Why
did he get fired?
I see your logic.
Misbehavior.
Yeah, I got it. Well, thank you so much, Grace, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Welcome back to the Casino Corner. Here, reprising her role after one successful interview, Josie Padovan. Hi, Josie.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. How are you? Oh my gosh. So you're the director of the show, if I'm correct, right?
I am. I'm co-directing with Abby Meshi.
Right. And what have you done so far as director for the show?
I've done a lot of work. A lot of work has been put into this show that not a lot of people see. We have to, basically put this entire show together in 3.5 weeks, I think.
Right.
And some other things you wouldn't expect us to do that kind of don't really have anything to do with the show is catering ordering. I have the owner of Cafe Amici's phone number, and I've been going back and forth texting him about our catering order. And
lucky.
yeah,
I know,
but yeah, so that's just one of the many jobs that I have had to do during this entire process.
And we sympathize for you. We are always here. And before you have to take off, how confident are you that no one will forget a line tonight?
Mediocrely, because there is a different Act 3 tonight. So that's a little...
There is dose nights.
There are dose nights. But
yeah,
the cast did very well last night, and not many lines were forgotten. I think there might have been like 1 or 2 mess-ups, but that's normal. So honestly, for the most part, it went really well. So awesome. I'm pretty confident.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming around here.
Thanks for having me on again.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Amazing. Testing. Hello.
Testing. Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? Hi, Lila.
Yeah. Hello.
So what is your character in this show?
My character's name is Jack Matthews, and he is a sketchy IRS agent.
Jack Matthews, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, like almost ominous, but it's like very, very cool, very badass.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
Badass. I like the sunglasses, by the way.
Thank you.
What kind of sunglasses are those?
Amazon.
Yes.
But very professional.
It's like my sunglasses. These are from trade glasses. These are blue light from Amazon, and these are also from Amazon. How much were these?
Like $15.
That's a great deal. Those were.
It's a wonderful deal.
Those are like $20, but you get 2.
This is Ward Melville After Hours, and my name is Ariel Bassis.
My name is Jack Matthews.
Of course.
I'm a girl playing a boy.
Yes. Okay. Switch back.
Okay, we're switching back. So what have you done so far to really get into the role of playing Jack Matthews, this very kind of bumbling IRS agent?
Yes. Okay. So it's interesting. I do a couple things to kind of get into my character. I'm lucky. This is not the first time I've played a man on stage, so that's a large part of the character.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I do to kind of try to separate myself from the character is I take off my rings, because I wear several rings on my hands every day, and then to get into my character.
Multiple rings?
Yes, just for myself, but I take them off. So
like any other IRS agent.
Yeah, it helps me. It helps me
the multitude
imagine
of rings really helps you get into character.
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
And then yes, the costume.
This is already chaotic enough, but before you have to take off, which character in the show do you think would get kicked out of a real Vegas casino?
Oh, which character or which actor?
Which character do you think? If we plot Betty and Paunch and Melanie and Ben and you and the dancers and the ensemble and frequent flyer, who would get kicked out?
I think
I
think that Salma Kahir's character would get kicked out of a casino.
Who?
Salma's character.
Salma's character.
Absolutely. I think that some of her actions would not fly.
Just a nuisance to Vegas in general.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lila.
Of course.
Who are we here with?
The King?
What do you mean, the King?
Well, my character is the King.
Well, you look like an Elvis impersonator, if you're asking me.
I am an Elvis impersonator.
Well, there you go. I'm loving the wig.
Thank you.
I'm loving this little scarf you got going on here. Glasses. Where'd you get those glasses?
Where'd I get these glasses?
Yeah, did it come with a costume?
Amazon.
Mine too.
Oh!
Yeah, sure, switch. Try it on.
Switch?
Yeah, these are blue light, and those are the King's glasses. Here, I'll put them on you. They're a bit small. Okay,
how do I look?
You look like not the King anymore. Because now I'm the King.
Oh, yeah.
So what have you done to really get into the attitude of the King?
I've just been, using my,
Just gotta get
lower
body. Gotta get in the lower body.
And I've just been
You know what they do in gym? It's like how the warmth in gym. It's like a SpongeBob.
That's
Gotta
what you gotta do. That's
warm
what you
up
gotta
the
do.
hips, really get into the move. So, before we take off, who do you think, if we plop all the characters in a real Vegas casino, who's the first person to get kicked out?
First person to get kicked out? Melody right there. She'd get kicked out.
She would get kicked out? What makes you say that?
Just look at her.
So we're going off of looks alone.
She's evil.
Oh.
Put the camera.
And I think that'll just about wrap. You know what? Nope. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm going all in for this one. See what I did there? I'm going to own it. And I think that'll just about wrap it on up for today's episode. If you like this episode, make sure to catch us every single weekend on Instagram, YouTube, and the Kaleidoscope website. For those watching at home, I'm Ariel Basis. This has been Ward Melville After Hours, Season 3. Good night, folks.